Volkswagen has clearly turned the corner when it comes to selling dirty diesels and lying about it. But the ramifications of the shenanigans that went on at Volkswagen still linger on. And they find themselves in high court with 90,000 people seeking compensation after finding that their cars emit a lot more air pollution than the company originally said. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Electric Viking. My name is Sam Evans. Fantastic to see you here on the channel. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back to everyone else. 2022. It's going to be an insanely good year. I look forward to sharing all the best news with you. Now, this is a bit of negative news in a way, but it's actually positive too. If you stick with me for a minute, I'm going to tell you why it's positive. Maybe you can think of like the prodigal son in a way. Now, British car buyers have claimed that Volkswagen has done the wrong thing, isn't willing to actually recognize it, and they're taking them to the High Court. Now, I should note Volkswagen are not the only company going through this. Mercedes, well, the news has stopped reporting on these scandals because I think the general public is fed and sick and tired of hearing about them. But the reality is that Mercedes has been caught recently for the same sorts of shenanigans. BMW, Volkswagen, Mercedes, Audi, they all colluded together on numerous different issues, and that's in court as well. But anyway, let's just stick to this story here. Volkswagen deceived British car buyers by falsifying the green credentials of its vehicles, lawyers will argue this week, as a compensation claim linked to the German firm's Dieselgate emissions scandal reaches the High Court. More than 90,000 claimants are seeking compensation after buying cars from Volkswagen Group, including Audis, Seats, and Skodas, only to find that they emitted much more of the air pollutant nitrogen dioxide than the company claimed. Guess what? Nitrogen dioxide. Oh yeah, just a word, doesn't sound so bad. Wrong. Causes cancer. Really? It does. Kills people. It's pretty bad. Now, the group action, which was launched in 2019, is the latest to stem from the scandal which emerged in 2015 when the car maker was found to have installed defeat devices to rig emissions data. The company has already spent £25 billion, or around about nearly 40 billion US dollars globally on legal costs, compensation, and vehicle buybacks since the scandal broke. Now, clearly these buyers of these Volkswagen vehicles in the UK don't believe Volkswagen is coming to the table in terms of offering them fair compensation. So arguments heard in court this week could have a significant bearing on further payouts owing to their potential hearing on a trial scheduled to begin in January 2023, another year away. So this scandal is going to continue to drag on. Obviously, Volkswagen doesn't want to have to go through the High Court with this, but they're unwilling to give these buyers what they want. During the 5-day hearing, lawyers for the claimants will argue that customers were deceived because Volkswagen did not tell them about the defeat devices. Well, true story, they didn't. The company is expected to say that its failure to mention the devices is insufficient in law for a deceit claim, which could arise only if customers believed that the cars did not have them and that they were fooled into thinking otherwise. This is just, come on, Volkswagen, this is ridiculous. Now, should a judge rule that a deceit claim cannot proceed, Volkswagen could ultimately end up paying a significantly limited amount in compensation, or none at all. But Volkswagen could still face compensation claims, including for breach of statutory duty, in effect failing to follow automotive manufacturing regulations, and a smaller number, about 40% of the 91,000 total, for breach of contract by providing a car of insufficient quality. Claimants are being represented by 3 law firms, Lee Day, Slater & Gordon, and PGM BM. It has been over 6 years since the Dieselgate scandal broke and made headlines across the world. But our clients in the UK are still awaiting justice, said Shazir Yamin, a partner at Lee Day law firm. Now, whilst in many other jurisdictions, Volkswagen have admitted cheating emissions tests and have paid out billions of pounds in fines and settlements, they nevertheless continue to fight this drawn-out legal battle in the UK, and rather than taking the sensible approach and seeking to resolve these matters, have opted to bring an application seeking to dismiss some of the claims made by our clients. Yamin said a ruling in her client's favour would serve a very important purpose in holding manufacturers to account, restoring consumer confidence, and furthering the wider goal of reducing emissions and their harm to public health and the environment. She added, there is a clear public interest in what is now a long overdue resolution to the emissions scandal in the UK. And she said it in that voice as well, by the way. A spokesperson for the German car maker said, Volkswagen Group maintains there is no legal basis to the claimant's argument that customers were deceived by Volkswagen. I'm going to repeat that. This is what they said. Volkswagen Group maintains there is no legal basis to the claimant's argument that customers were deceived by Volkswagen. This is staggering. That's a quote, direct quote, by the way. In particular, we do not believe that the claimants were aware of and understood the specific representations it is alleged they relied upon before buying the vehicles. We are therefore requesting that the court strikes out or gives summary judgment on this allegation from the claimant's case. Mercedes is also facing compensation claims over defeat devices as part of separate legal action which the German car maker has said it will defend to the death. Could be to the death too. Now, what is disappointing here is the fact that Volkswagen is still claiming that these buyers don't have a case and that Volkswagen didn't intentionally try and deceive them, which it very, very obviously did. But the good news here is Volkswagen have clearly learnt their lesson. They're no longer interested in producing diesel vehicles. Well, diesel's already dead in Europe anyway. And in a sense, the naughty child in some way is the prodigal son, because Volkswagen is the most interested manufacturer in producing EVs, in investing money into batteries, this new technology, which is driving legacy auto to either adapt and change or go bankrupt. And certainly Volkswagen have played a significant part in that push for legacy auto to join in or be left behind. But what do you think about these recent claims about Volkswagen saying that customers weren't deceived in the UK? Do you think they were deceived? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thanks for watching the channel. I look forward to seeing you again on the next one. Bye-bye.